Arkansas Razorbacks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Ducks will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Arkansas's offense will go on the attack first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup. This quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. If you make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
And here comes the offense on second down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Green. The throw. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down. And the Razorbacks line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground from the offense. So the Oregon Ducks offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And the
PA double switch in the formation gun wide, and you can run this from either hash. After the snap, you first want to check both of your slot wheel routes, and against cover 4 palms and cover 4 quarters, one of these routes is guaranteed to get open for a massive one-play touchdown. Not only that, these routes also do amazing against man coverage.
Takes pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front. The hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though.
Over the middle. Against cover 2, you'll have one or both of the posts wide open over the deep middle, and these posts also destroy man coverage as well. So if you catch your opponent in cover 0, then you can just launch it deep, and you'll have nothing but green grass in front of you as you sprint all the way to the end zone. And for even more unstoppable plays, check out the full video on YouTube for the top 15 most overpowered new plays added to College Football 26. This is the new most overpowered play action pass in College Football 26. The play is PA double switch in the formation gun wide, and you can run.
PA double switch, gun wide.
Trenches, and because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Off the play fake on first down. To throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option to give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. complete jars loose by the hit. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
Yes.
Touchdown, Ducks! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Green. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Here comes the heat. Catch in the middle, it's Blake. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Just enough there to get it to the 25 and pick up a 2.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run off the ground.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. Off the play fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys in front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
The chains keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight it, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's out quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Moore to the air. Fires to the wideout. He's got it.
Nice job by the receiver on the end route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency. And I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
And that's not the option they were looking for. You know, you want to run that option and maybe pitch the football, but that play looked dead from the jump, and the QB had nowhere to go.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Hughes. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that, take a shot down the field, and don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
On 3rd down, going up top. He can't haul it in. Incomplete. He had him on the crossing route, and he dropped it. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Complete on the shuffle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Looking to pass. It's Green. Here's a hit. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Sets up the screen. Turning it on. Out across the 25 to the 26, but needed a little bit more. It'll be 4th down. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. And the Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. Secures it at the 30. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, and put a good drive together here.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gives it on the option. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
Makes the grab. It's low. Jumped on top of the pile.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Ducks will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. On the ground, it's Hill. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Steps away. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell. They want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just try to get to him, try to get him on the ground. But this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab down the middle. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quick release by the QB. At the 45 on its way. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous.
Looking for the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Snagged out of the air. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Off the RPO, complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And you really want to pay this drive off. This is a nice drive by this offense. Got to keep it going. Got to keep the foot on the gas. Obviously, trailing with a chance to tie this football game going into the half.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Back to throw, it's Green. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
What do you do now if you're the offense, right? After that incomplete 4th down, but you've driven the entire field. At this point, do you just say, we got to go for a touchdown, or do you just pay the drive off by kicking a field goal?
He splits the uprights. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game, you're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. To the air on 1st down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Fires to the right. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. He's got it. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the league.
Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in the rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
4th and a long way to go, but the offense is going to give it a shot. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, going to the air. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just we're on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Catch in the middle, it's Brown. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. give to the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Dropping back is Reed. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Razorbacks are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Razorbacks send out the punt unit. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn.
He's going for it all. Makes the grab right down the middle. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That's got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
When you make big plays for your quarterback in the game, you catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Moore will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Under fire. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Fayetteville.
And the Razorbacks will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Caught behind the line. It's Whittington. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Moore to the air. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Off the play fake on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He makes a grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
And so many times the safeties tell the tape, and that's what QBs are studying and reading, and he drops back, and you could tell he sees his receiver coming from the right side, and he knows exactly where he's going to end up with that post, pushes the ball down the field for the big play, got the safety out of position, made the big touchdown throw.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Green. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Bringing the heat. Makes the grab. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. The Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Green. Fires to the big fella. Runs through the tackle. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of this big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And off from the shotgun. And the Razorbacks will keep this drive going.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense. That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of that.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Hill. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. Free yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Back to pass, it's Green. Working that left side now. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Razorbacks have taken it inside the 20. Out of the shotgun on third down. Zings it complete to the right. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Nebraska is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up by 17 over Mississippi State. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Under fire. Got it set up on the outside.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen.
And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Wants to throw. It's Green. Quick strike complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And he threw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Hauls it in. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal block.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They just need a few more inches here on fourth down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they will score! Touchdown, Arkansas!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Hits him with a stiff arm. He's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Excellent job by the kick coverage unit to keep him from getting the sideline. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Moore will throw. Finds his big tight end. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
This time he's got it. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got an open man. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Offense gets set for second down. Moore to the air. He's looking deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense...
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. From the gun, the ground game. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads it left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. They'll keep it on the ground. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. First down in the red zone, and this crowd imploring its defense to stand firm. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Moore will throw. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
You've got to be impressed by what you've seen from this defensive line in the game because they're getting to the quarterback, they're getting sacks, and when they can't get there, they're putting their arms up and they're batting balls down. So impressive watching this D-line go to work.
They were really starting to put a drive together. And after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. And the Ducks need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football.